Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back up here. I want to say thank you, guys, and thank you for listening. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for the click the likes and the subscribes. You're improving the channel, which is appreciated. More people gonna get benefit, I hope. Um, yeah, too many things to deal with, too many situations to see it within a lot of storms. Okay. You probably maybe feel a little bit overwhelmed that you have so many things in your plate in life. There is a lot of situations, but if you learn it in properly in life, in there, which is you probably did, I hope, for kind of like a prepared for this positions for this moments in there. It is about your ability. It is about this riding out those storms because the storms they prepare you better in life. How do you feel when you overcome situations after you get in? Okay, you wouldn't when you're entering the storms in life. You kind of like a weak, right? You did not get in there. But when you get out of the storms, what's happening? Right? You're different. You have more power. You survived in there, but at the same time you learn some your personal strength. So this strength is gonna get started overnight. That is gonna be when the moon is gonna be shifting, as I said at the beginning, at the end of Leo, the beginning of Virgo. It's gonna be these divine energies from Pluto and the North Node. You see, we are talking about these transformations of the roads that you're going. So, particularly on that positions in the sky, the end of Leo, we're talking about the last kind of like 4 degrees, I would say, of Leo to the first 4 degrees, five within Virgo. Those are gonna be this kind of like impacts of the energies. At 6 o'clock, the inner work is gonna be there. So if you're gonna be waking up around 5 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna be feeling these energies. And I want to give you kind of like how it's gonna be looking at if you wake up at 5. That this midheaven is gonna be right in here of this other divine energies between Saturn and Venus. So basically, a lot of the storms that is gonna be connecting in there, they're gonna be connecting from personal to interpersonal, okay, which is going to be with the other people in there. So with this energy that's going to come at 6 o'clock, hopefully you learned the lessons from yesterday, not to go against that authority in there. The moon is still going to be squaring the sun at that early hours. This is going to be the intuitions that fights the authority. A lot of personal issues coming up in there as the logic is going to be kicked in. The moon, it only has the yacht for escaping, only the green light, only the divine energies. There is nothing synchronizing in the world. And this is going to be a storm from within. It's like what to authorize and what to listen. And the depth is going to comes in and the power of the subconscious that's going to be telling you in this kind of like extreme situations within the storms that you are kind of like listening your own instincts. Okay, that instincts that is a developing of this uh, animal power of survival of the lion, of the Leo. Okay, and be applying within the human. Okay, those are those instincts of that transitions from Leo to Virgo, of that animal ego instincts of survival going into this human existence survival. And there, if you're creating the wars from within you, that wars in there leads to these storms, and those storms, your abilities to catch it, it's going to be affecting you. So there is a lot of storms going on, and I'm gonna go through the storms that we are gonna be facing. 7 o'clock. This is gonna be the inner work at Virgo that it's right now. That is gonna be a square towards Jupiter, opposing Saturn. Lack of the wisdom, lack of the growth, lack of the communications. Okay, it's kind of like you don't want to talk about what's going on, because when you start talking about what's going on, the Pandora box of storms, it's coming out. We're talking about the personal growth in there, and we're talking about this what is in the world. Okay, currently in the world, there's a lot of situations, a lot of mess. It's coming, right? But with this kind of like of energies within the storm, you're trying to put the logic, and the only logic it is about what? It's about love. And seeing it within those energies in there, in the next hour, we have another storm that it's the inner work that's gonna be within Libra, and that is gonna be telling you here. It's about you and a relationship. Um, you see, within those kind of like storms, your personality shows up. How can you handle the storms? You can talk about a lot. You can talk about how you do it and so forth and so forth. But when it's times for a performance, what is it going on? And this is going to be that personal issues between Virgos and Sag. Okay, we're talking about that the Sag loves to talk, 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 while the Virgo it's like show me and practice. Okay, I don't need the words. I want this practice in there, but you need to understand that the power of Sag, it is about giving you the informations and the communications and the expressions is in there. As the sun is leading towards the north node, the moon does not see it. So sometimes you have to be very careful of having this patience. And those patience of communications is another storm that we are going to talk about it. Okay, we start getting into the Mercury retrograde. You probably already feel it like, oh my God, I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to communicate. I'm afraid of communications. What on earth, right? You don't want to talk because so many issues are currently that we are dealing. All right, next hour, that communications is gonna comes out as an hour. Beautiful time for you to talk and communicate. And let me tell you this: Mercury, it is trining Chiron. Chiron is sextiling Jupiter. Jupiter is trining the Lilith. So without the inner work in there, it is about those relationships. A lot of the people mistaking the power of the relationship. Let me tell you why. Okay, when your partner point things out, if you take them personally, it's like they blame you, shaming, and so forth. If you're pointing things, it's like, oh, take a look within yourself. Are you looking at like this? Is there anything I can help you as a partner? Is there anything I can get you as a partner? This is kind of like a communication is going to be revised when the Mercury is going to be arriving there. But until Mercury comes back and right now we are going to be creating those issues. Those issues going to be reevaluated and then it's going to be happening. If you already learn how to properly communicating in the relationships, okay, you won't have that issue. You will know how to survive this storm, okay? But if you have not learned, if you have not matured, how you gonna be doing at this? So with these energies that it's right now, Mercury that has been in an ascendant, you're gonna see this energy that it's actually opposing Jupiter, but at the same time it's squaring Saturn. Your wisdom from within yourself, deep from within you, is not ready. And this is what happens when you're in the storms. Guess what? You start screaming, yelling, you start going around and being nervous. You know what I'm talking about. You start freaking out instead of calm down yourself, getting into the proper energy. It's like, okay, let's see what we can do about it. This is your power, okay? And during that power within yourself in there is not to create actions, okay? It is about to calm yourself down, to understanding in the positions, to accept truths, to accept it is what it is. It's hard for some people to work on this. It is what it is, okay? Because people wish to be as something else. People like to be as something else. All right, 10 o'clock. The ascendant is going to be within the end of Sag. That is going to be squaring the north and the south node in there. But the moon and the inner work at Scorpio is going to be pointing out towards the north node. You see, everyone wants to have the goal. let's say, for example, from yesterday's energies. Okay, you have the goal, you see things and so forth, but you have to have these practicalities, these organizations into the material world. You can't just get this, get that, and try to get things. No, you gotta have these organizations is in there in order to fix your own self. This is the power of the moon that is going to be supplying towards the north node and the midheaven that's going to be coming from Scorpio. Your underworld energies that's going to be remind you about. But that underworld energies are focused with what? Between the fight between Mars and Pluto. The little guy tries to overtake the big guy. It doesn't happen that way. So with those kind of like energies is all about personalities. You're gonna find today some of those storms that you have within yourself. They are actually personal issues, personal issues that you need to address. All right, what is the personal issue that you need to address in the next hour? I mean, guys, I know it's tough and rough. I know you don't want to hear it about it, but it is what it is. Okay, and this is what makes your power. That's how it shows up. The divine is going to be helping you a lot as long as you're open to it. Okay? It's kind of like a God, why you don't help me? And God is like, do you listen to me when I was helping you? And it's like, I don't know you are, but you talked to me too late, right? That's kind of like a situation is. All right. This hour, the ascendant, we are going to have a Venus that is currently squaring the Lilith and the Chiron, the unhealed powers of love. Okay, I know it's been hard for a lot of you. I know it's been a situations that it's gonna be, but that is the growth that you need to look at it from within. And the current inner work, which is actually at Scorpio in there, that is gonna be the energy that is gonna comes out and help you from Jupiter and Chiron you to heal, to go back in there, finding your own self, believe in yourself more than anybody else, loving yourself than anybody else love you. Okay, because you are there. All right. The power and the strength within the warrior, it is about he's practicing who he is. And that's who you are. And I know it's been in this kind of like a situations, people seeing it things different ways. But that's how it's gonna be after that storm. The life is gonna get a little better. I hope. Okay, because in the storm you can be feel weak and you can survive and you can have thorn, you can have a wounds in there, but if you survive the storm you can heal the wounds and you can have a better life. But yes, you're gonna be a different, and this is the storm of change. Okay, we came into a very stormy change within the age of Aquarius, but it is what it is. But that doesn't mean that the things is gonna be always bad. All right, 12 o'clock, it is the authority time. If you pay attention of what the moon has towards the sun, it is about these organizations, okay? Organizing skills. Do you have these organizing skills within yourself? To put yourself together. That is the healing power of Virgo, all right? Versus the power of recreations, of power of getting it there. So when you unite those two powers in there, they are creating something incredible. But if you the one points the issue towards the other, okay, then you have and you lacking the situations of you to grow and understand this. That energy is going to come out that the moon, it is going to be start opposing Saturn, and Saturn is squaring Jupiter. Okay, so grow and mature, it is the proper way. Ascendant is with Pluto. Great, powerful energies together with the combined energies from the sun to put the authority in the right place. Okay? In order to have organizing through the storm, you gotta have what? Knowledge, discipline, time, and following orders. Okay? Are you a good follower to be a great leader? Are you a great leader, and how you leading others? So with these energies in there, the inspirations from the authority is going to be a very great. We're talking about this beautiful trine between Mars and the Sun. in there, this beautiful trine between Mars and the North Node and the Sun. In the proper energies, you're coming out of these storms, you're going to be creating incredible futures for you. Okay? Because you are doing something what the others don't. And guess what? You're going to get what the others will not. Because he did something in there that you did that others don't. So with that powerful energy, you are going to be giving you this boost to go over the hump through the day. All right, next hour, 1 o'clock, midheaven, it's pretty much together with Mercury as the ascendant opposing the moon. That's going to put some pressure about the relationship. The moon is going to be falling within the 7th house in there. Mercury is going to be more within the professional situations. What are we going to be do? How are we going to be act? Be mindful. You not might going to be able to talk in the professional skills. So working to develop the proper ways, the proper way of language, tonality, and so forth in there. But with that energy is going to come out what you need to roll. Okay. It's going to put some pressure between Saturn and Jupiter. Thinking about it, that the wisdom that you are going to need. That wisdom is needed. And that wisdom is going to be put into the vision. Whatever falls off into the first house, okay? Be mindful what you have in the first house. What is your first planet? Some of the people, they don't have nothing in the first, second, or the third house. Everything begins from the fourth one. But the first planet that is in your chart that you have in there, that is showing you what you see the first thing. Okay, how you operate it in there, what is it getting it within these situations for you. All right, so with this energies, Saturn right now, it is in the first house. That's meaning you need to look at it within the teacher, someone who is wise. Go to some place for advice. You're going to be looking at through the storms. What happened through the storms? You're seeking to someone who's been surviving the storms, how they did it, what did they did, and so forth and so forth. So you can learn it. Okay? Be wise to learn. Be wise. This is one of the best things that you're going to be doing for your life to go forward. All right. Next hour, midheaven is going to be at Capricorn. The ascendant is going to be with the North Node, excuse me. But this situation could be, it's like, I don't want it, I don't need it, cut out this project, cut out these situations. It's time to, it doesn't work, and blah, 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 and put more pressures in there. As the Venus is squaring the both Lilith, it is about finding the love within the relationships, the truth. You're finding that Venus right now is going to be a very beautiful energies with the moon. As you see it, the moon right now is in divine energies with the North Node. See, the moon right now sees and gathers the informations, as I said, of the report. That report, the moon, that's what did. Gathering the information. So what you're going to do, she's going to give the report right now into the sun when there is going to be the new moon. But before that, they are going to be what? They're going to be in sextile. That's mean the reconnections between the intuition and authority within yourself in there to heal that. But when that's going to happen in there, the moon is going to be joining the North Node, the South Node, I'm sorry. And when the moon's going to be joining the South Node, and the base of the past experience, you are going to be evolved. There's going to be a beautiful kite between the North Node, the Sun, and Mars. And this is how you're going to finding out that what you not did in the past, now you've done it. You calm down the warrior within you. You calm down the authority within you. And you're focused of creation, not destructions. All right, next hour, another storm that's going to be with Venus is at with midheaven in there. Of course, the love, it has to be within positions. The rest of it is pretty much okay. This is going to be a kind of like, okay, we did this, we did that, we take care of these other situations, we're fixing the stuff on earth, the things start getting better. Okay. And through these things start getting better, it is about what you're telling to your own self. All right. That energies that it's going to be between Mercury and Uranus that is in Taurus right now is going to start coming up towards you. You're going to feel it. The moon is going to give you the information of how you need to achieve this into the world. All right. She's going to be giving you that information. And is that information is connecting with who? With Venus. So in order within the conflict, you're finding the answer, because if there is no conflict, you don't know how to solve it. A lot of the people, they're running away from big things because they don't know how to deal with big things, because they have to take responsibilities. Okay, but the responsibilities are rare. Capricorn. Exactly. That's why the Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign, which is represents the professional orientation. Take a look what you have in the 10th house in your chart, and you're going to be able to see it. If you don't know your chart, there is a link below. You can contact me and I can help you to figure things out if you need some help on this. All right. Next hour. Pay attention to Pluto, to transformations. That is going to be the inner work. Can't be just sitting in the same place. You can't just sitting in the storms. You can't just fighting things in there and do nothing. You gotta be able to do something about this. Okay. So without the energy, the ascendant that is said that Gemini is gonna be helping out. The friendliness with the energies, are the energies, are the vibrations, are the situations, as the power of it is what it is. It's working within you. Accepting the truth and the reality is there. The reality is constantly changing. Okay, what it was 10 minutes ago maybe doesn't apply anymore as of now. Situation change. How do you accepting the situations change? Stores coming. The things that existed, they don't exist anymore. How do you take it within you? The situations there was, that is not there anymore. How do you take it? How you prepare yourself? And that preparations, I hope it helped you from this year. Yeah, it's been rough, but it is what it is in there to help you to navigate. Because now with these navigations, the things is going to come out good. All right? And don't forget about it. We are here because we are going through hell to find the paradise. You need to bring that positive energies that it's coming into this 5D energies down to the earth. You think it's gonna be easy? You have to overcome a lot of the storms in you. All right. Next hour, 6 p.m. Energies. The ascendant is moving into Cancer. That's gonna be squaring the North Node. I don't see those family patterns and so on and so on, because you may be looking at the pattern that happened at the South Node in the past relationships. Let me remind you, okay? If you're looking at your new ways, the way the new is, the new relationships, they should not have a base on your past. It's the same way, okay? The psychologists will tell you, don't bring your old issues of the old relationships within you, because you haven't solved it. You haven't processed it within you. Okay? Your emotional maturity is based out of that. If you don't have issues, if you have issues with this, you have to take a look at it. What is your reality is there? But the authority is looking for the proper family. The authority is looking to go into the right North Node. The authority looks to fight for the right things. As your intuition standing on your way, probably is. That oppositions with Saturn is going to be increasing. You don't want to hear things. You don't want to hear negative situations. You're kind of like a tired of negative situations, but that is a escape. A lot of the escaping here is about these situations between what? Virgo and Pisces oppositions. What I can find the soft spot, what I can find this, what can I twist it this, twist and that. And Saturn says, no, you can't. How about you're gonna learn about it? How about you're gonna be organized the proper way? How you gonna put all this in the proper perspectives? Right? As this energy is coming in, it's gonna create that situations because the midheaven it squares the sun. And with this energy, another storm begins to brewing in there. All right, next hour we'll talk about the Saturn Jupiter situations and oppositions with the moon. They follow up. Everything is like the waves of the ocean. You're overcoming one wave and then another wave is coming. Thinking about it like you're a sailor in the boat that is out in the oceans, the big bad ocean, and there is this strong waves, and you taking them one by one, and then it's coming another one, and you feel like this is gonna be the last one. It's gonna be the last one, but then it keep coming, right? And then you get to it, and you're like, okay. And then the sea is gonna come down, little calm. The more calm you are from within, the more calm is the sea. The sea represents the water. Water represents emotions. So if you calm down your emotions, you will calm down the sea. Okay? And then you're gonna learn in there that the warrior creates his own storm, but the warrior can survive through the storms. All right? With that wisdom that is going to be coming in within Saturn, it is about to show you what is it really inside of you. There's going to be some squares with the both Liliths in there and a Venus. It is about the love. Where is your love? A lot of people give up on life because the lack of love. Oh, nobody loves me, nobody this, nobody that. You love yourself. This is going to be one of the personal storms that a lot of the people is going to be they've been facing, but they continue to face it right now and to heal. You need to understand, if you don't love yourself in there, how would other people will love you? It's impossible. All right. You fix the issues. You ride out the storm. Right now, the midheaven is with the North Node. You need to understand the brighter future is coming. The question is do you believe that? See, with that brighter future, the ascendant is at the end of Cancer in there. It's trining the sun. It's trining the North Node. Very, 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 very beautiful energies there, which is very close to Mars. As long you're not fights. You see, those fights in there, they are creating more storms. Don't fight. Understand you create peace. You do that piece in the next hour, the thing's going to be really, really calm down. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Okay? Midheaven is with Chiron. This is your understanding what is needs to be healed. Okay? That is going to be the time like, okay, I'm in the midst of the storm. I hurt myself here and there. All right, let me go patch myself. Let me go heal this. Let me go heal this, love. It's worth it. Everything's going to be fine. It's not the time for give up. And a Mars in there is going to be a very powerful position. It's rising in the ascendant. It's going to give you this boost in there. The weak personality is going to be fighting Pluto. But this is like, the small guy tries to fight the big guy. It doesn't happen. Okay, it's impossible. This war between Pluto and Mars always wins, with Pluto being a winner. Mars cannot win over Pluto. Period. Okay. So that's how it goes. And that's what the transformations, and this is why Pluto represents evolutions through the deep of transformations within consciousness. Evolution has no mercy. And you're fighting evolution. Can you win there? No, you don't. And that's what a lot of the people, they don't see that. But when you seek it within you, when you evolve, you become to be that powerful soul experience on earth. All right, 10 o'clock. midheaven. It's going to be a Taurus squaring Mars and Pluto. Of course, every time you have a fight, do you winning in the material way of life, or you're destroying everything? Usually, you destroys everything, right? I mean, we are talking about that this stubbornness of Taurus. You crossing this material boundaries, these red lines with Taurus. Guess what? Taurus thinks that you are dead. They can see you and they can like, oh, you're a dead person. You don't exist anymore. Not in my world. You're destroying me. You're destroying my way of life. You're destroying my creations. And you want me to be. So with that energies in there, the authority is going to be looking at this, but leading to that storms in there. So it doesn't need destructions. The world needs what? More peace. With that energies in there for, it's going to create some issues. And the issues are coming from Mars and Pluto, these wars. Well, with the last word, it has won. The universe, it's who creates this. A sudden changes. You can decide to have the sudden changes, or you decide to remain the same. Because if you remain in the same, those storms, they're gonna come into your life. But if you decide to change, the storms, it's gonna be teaching you how to navigate them like this. But that is your way. Did you learn it inside of you? Did you change? Did you transform? The ascendant that is at the beginning of Virgo is divine energies with Pluto. You accepting the age of Aquarius within you. How's that go for you? Right? How's that go within you? But the authority needs to think about itself, of what you're authorizing within. As the same way, the intuitions, the moon right now, it's in a full oppositions with Saturn, who is in the 7th house. What is your subconsciousness about your relationships with others? How is your emotions in the subconscious and the consciousness in there? Do you have a conscious relationship? And your intuition is going to be, I don't know, right? Because lack of the growth. You haven't grown your consciousness in there to have a conscious relationship first. And this is what the part of this awakening is. That's what these storms are coming in. To awaken the unawakening, unrealized potential that we have to grow and to evolve. And the storms, they're going to keep coming because evolution has no mercy. And as you understanding this, and you go with the evolution, guess what? Then the evolution has mercy on you because you do what you're supposed to. I hope that's you. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward for your comments. And be love, guys. Be love, do with it. It's going to be worth it for you.